Happy Sunday, my fellow strangers. It's Mrs. Strange once more. On today's episode for Stranger Universe, I will explain the mind-blowing ending to Stranger Things 4, Volume 1. Before we start, please like, share, and subscribe to see more episodes from Stranger Universe. Please turn on your notifications to attend video premieres and get a chance to interact with Mrs. Strange and other Stranger fans. Help get this episode to 1,000 views and likes if you really want to see us release more Stranger Universe episodes like this one. Please don't forget to share this video across all social media platforms to help fans and viewers join our Strange family and find this great Stranger Universe content. And now, let us begin. Stranger Things Season 4 Volume 1 ends in a dramatic fashion, finally revealing Eleven's secret history and the origin of Vecna. With a little over a month left to go until the second half of the season, viewers are now theorizing on what is set to happen in the conclusion of the penultimate chapter of the Stranger Things franchise. The episodes are much longer than the previous seasons, in part reflecting the vastness of the stage the characters are now acting on. This time around, the cast is spread out across the globe, with Joyce and Murray heading to Russia in search of Hopper. The A-plot, of course, is still taking place in Hawkins as Stranger Things confronts a new type of monster from the Upside Down. Rather than a mere creature, Vecna is a humanoid being who possesses the ability to enter the minds of others and kill them in a truly brutal manner. He's operating from the Upside Down itself, and every time he murders he tears open another gate. The Hawkins kids attempt to use these gates against him in Stranger Things Season 4 Volume 1, but in truth their plans would never have worked. Vecna is simply too powerful. Only one person can possibly deal with Vecna. That person is Eleven, who's now working alongside Dr. Martin Brenner to regain her powers. Volume 1 builds to a thunderous ending when Vecna strikes back against the Hawkins children. The last we saw of them, Steve, Nancy, Robin, and Eddie were in the Upside Down, realizing that they didn't have a chance against Vecna and the monstrous creatures from the Upside Down. Fortunately, Dustin deduces the location of another gate, and he's able to communicate it to them using methods that have been part of the franchise since Season 1. However, the group are spotted by one of the Demobats as they're making their escape, allowing Vecna to discover their location through the hive mind he is part of. He manages to strike Nancy right before she escaped into the real world, attacking her mind with his illusions. Vecna plays on fear and grief, torturing his victims with visions of their past sins. In Nancy's case, he's able to build upon her regret for the death of her friend Barb in Stranger Things Season 1. Vecna's accusation that Nancy has forgotten her friend seems to be the reason for why he wants to punish her. Far from having forgotten Barb, though, it seems Nancy has buried her grief and self-hatred deep within her mind, allowing Vecna to play upon it. The longer Nancy remains in the vision, the more danger she is in. Will Nancy die in Stranger Things 4 Volume 2? She's fortunate that she isn't alone, however, and the kids have already managed to bring Max out of a similar trance. They'll hopefully be able to do something similar for Nancy. One of the biggest plot twists in this episode is finding out that the Upside Down is stuck in the past. Nancy is shocked to realize this twisted copy of Hawkins is actually stuck in 1983, specifically on November 6th, the very same day Eleven opened the gate for the first time and Will Byers went missing. It's possible opening that gate fused another dimension, the home of the Mind Flayer, the Demogorgons and the other creatures that have been seen in Stranger Things, with a bad copy of Hawkins. There is still some loose relationship between the Upside Down and the real world, however, explaining why Will could use lights to communicate between the dimensions in Stranger Things Season 1. As for Vecna, his backstory has finally been revealed, with the plot twist being that he is number 1, the first test subject of Hawkins' lab, as well as being Victor Krill's son, Henry. However, his plan remains something of a mystery. The gates he has opened could serve as the bridgehead for an army sent by the Mind Flayer. It's possible Vecna is actually attempting to create enough gates to draw the Upside Down and the real world together, so the dimensions collide. There are strange earthquakes shaking the Upside Down, perhaps hints of dimensional instability. As for the Russian storyline, the Volume 1 finale builds off the Season 3 post-credits scene, which revealed the Russians had captured a Demogorgon while in Hawkins and were feeding prisoners to it. Fortunately, Hopper is able to figure out how to keep a Demogorgon at bay long enough to get his miracle, with Joyce and Murray managing to let him out of the makeshift arena where he was fighting the creature. The group must now escape from the prison in Kamchatka and find a way back to the United States. A teaser from Volume 2 reveals that the Soviet Union has what appears to be part of the Mind Flayer, or at least the particles of it. Have the Russians experimented on creatures from the Upside Down? We shall see. Lastly, the California crew wasn't here in the final episode of Volume 1. The last we saw of them, they got 11th location from Susie, so here's hoping that we get to see more of them in Volume 2. Overall, super exciting times. And that is all that we have for today. What did you think about the ending for Stranger Things 4 Volume 1? Today's special shoutout is for Axaded. Comment down below to become our next special Stranger Universe shoutout. And don't forget to follow us at Straniverse on Twitter and Instagram to stay updated with us every day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Stranger Universe. Please turn on notifications to never miss another Stranger Universe episode again. Help get this video to 1,000 views and likes if you really want to see us release more Stranger Universe episodes like this one. Don't forget to share this video across all social media platforms to help fans and viewers join our strange family and find this great Stranger Universe content. This episode was brought to you by Mrs. Strange, and this is Stranger Universe.